Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Blue Collar Crypto Live. It's been a crazy week since we last talked to you guys, and not just in the crypto world, but for blue collar crypto as well. We've had some issues with construction around our headquarters. If you've been following along on social, you've noticed that we've tried to bring you lives, and it's been difficult, but persistence is key. So here we are finally. Um, my partner, Crypto G, is waiting in the wings. He's got a lot in the works for you as well. So the show is jam packed today. Stick around, we got a lot to bring. But I do want to say, if you've been here before and you're back with us, that's awesome. Thanks for being here. If you're here for the first time, that's actually amazing too, because you couldn't have jumped in at a better spot. We have a lot in the works, not just today, but future shows, a lot of plans. We have guest speakers, giveaway coming up in the near future. So a lot of things to go. Like I said, Crypto G is waiting to bring you some content he's been working on. So I'm going to jump right into, catch up on what we've missed. Big news in the crypto world. Something transpired, and you may or may not have heard about it yet, but we're going to bring it to you now. This all started with beef between, believe it or not, two crypto trading platforms. It's the weirdest place for a beef to start, but that's what happened. So before we go any further, I want to make sure you know what a trading platform is. And a trading platform is simply a place or space, a website or an app where you go to, you can buy, sell, trade, and store your cryptocurrency. You open an account there, and everything is done for you, or you can do everything in that space. So you may have heard of a trading platform. There's a bunch out there. FTX, KuCoin, Crypto.com, Coinbase, Gemini, like there's a bunch. But what happened this week was between the number one platform and the number two. Now, number one is, I'm going to warn you guys actually right now, there's a lot of acronyms coming up. So I'm going to slow it down, and hopefully you guys can follow along. Pay close attention, because there's going to be a test afterward. There's no test, but follow along. Here we go. Binance is the number one crypto trading platform. Now, the CEO of Binance is CZ, a man that goes by CZ. Number two platform is FTX, and the CEO of FTX is Sam Bankman-Fried, as you see here. So Binance is CZ, and FTX is SBF. Now, Binance has been running as the number one crypto trading platform. And when FTX started, CZ had the foresight to invest in FTX, more specifically in the FTX token, which is FTT. Now, it might seem odd to invest in the competition, but that's what he did. He's a bright guy, and he went in actually pretty heavy investing in FTX. So these two platforms ran as the number one and two. They coexisted up until just over a week ago, when CZ publicly called out SBF. CZ tweeted to his millions of followers that he wasn't cool with SBF's business ethics, and that SBF was talking smack about Binance behind closed doors. So CZ announced that he wasn't okay with this, and that he was going to pull his support from FTX. Now, the investors in FTX, people who are holding FTT tokens, people who went in large and had currency stored on FTX, panicked. They went into panic mode, because investors are smart. They knew to watch the whale like we do, and it's important to see what a whale is doing and maybe figure out why they're doing that. So the investors said, okay, if CZ is pulling out of FTX, maybe we should as well. So now you have not only CZ pulling his support from FTX, which isn't chump change. We're talking billions of dollars in support, but you now have millions of other FTX investors wanting to pull their billions out. So this sudden panic and sudden demand for people pulling their funds from FTX created something we don't see very often in modern day, but it created a bank run. Now, a bank run, I'm going to give you an example here with a video. of a bank run that you might be familiar with. It's something, it's a Christmas classic. It's a Wonderful Life. Can we pull that up, El Turco? Okay, so you might know this scene. This is a bank run from the movie It's a Wonderful Life. So I'm going to hope to give you an example from the movie, and you can follow along. All right. Now I'm gonna let you know when. Can we pause it right there, El Turco? So if you parallel this to modern day, the institution, instead of it being a bank, as it is in the movie, would be FTX. Now, the angry mob of investors who want to pull their support is still the investors. That's the people who are invested in FTX. And the guy holding the bag here is SBF. He's the one who's responsible for trying to calm the angry mob and make things okay, because otherwise he'll have to meet the demand to go liquid so quickly, which would prove to be, a Herculean task. Even more so because it turns out that SBF has invested those funds elsewhere to support another project called Alameda that he is starting. So he didn't have those funds to go liquid. I'm going to let you guys continue with the get your Christmas nostalgia on here. You can roll the video, Turco, but I'm still going to explain what happened. So FTX was unable to meet that demand to go liquid, and they in turn got liquidated. FTX has filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and SBF has been replaced as their CEO. So this is massive, and we saw the fallout across the entire crypto community, not just with investors in FTX. We saw the fact that people on all platforms now became leery of storing their money on crypto, their investments on crypto platforms, and that volatility just hit hard, and people started selling their investments. So we saw prices plummet last week, and things have somewhat stabilized since then. But the thing is, it turns out FTX owns many other companies that may or may not be affected by this bankruptcy. So lots to still unfold. It's going to be interesting. We're going to bring that to you as it happens. But in a nutshell, this is a huge victory for Binance and CZ, because they've eliminated the number 2 competitor. But it's also a huge eye-opener for us, for the investor, because it we don't give financial advice, but I'm going to highlight something important for you. It hammers home the fact that you need to have as much control over your own investment as possible, whether it's cryptocurrency, fiat currency, you have stocks or shares. It's important to have as much control of that as you can, and not only control of what you're investing in, but how and where your investment is stored. So as your crypto portfolio grows, we're going to eventually look at storing your investments on a hard wallet, especially the investments that you're starting to hodl, the investments that you're going to start accumulating now and hold on to for when there's a bull run. But we'll talk about hard wallets at a later date. I know Crypto G is bouncing off the walls to talk to you, so let's take a look and see what you're doing, G. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? Guys,
Yo.
If you're new to the channel, please hit that sub. We need those subs. And if you can, I want you to smash that like button as well. Yeah, that was my kid smashing that like button.
That was sick.
Did you like that? Did you like that?
Nice, man. That was awesome.
Awesome. All right, my turn. That was really good. That was really good, Narwhal. Wow. Man, it's been a crazy week. I'm going to get more into that later in the show. All right, we're going to slow it down. Break it right back down to what we're talking about in the beginning of investing, because that's why we're here. We're blue collar people trying to figure out a different way to get ahead. All right, we talked last time about hodling, and that is holding on for dear life. So that's just investing. And then the other side is spot trading. So what are the differences and why do we need them? Well, not all of us have, let's say $10,000 or more to invest in assets when they're low, like now. Either it be crypto or the housing market that's slowly coming down in a hurry. And then other assets that are out there, you can definitely get them now at a cheaper price, way cheaper, because the market has totally fallen due to inflation. So this is, like I said last time, be greedy when others are fearful. The market is red and fearful. This is definitely the time to buy. But not everybody has, money laying around, especially with the hard times that we've had in the last couple of years. So If you can't hodl, you spot trade. So how I started all this was I would just easily spot trade. It was like the first chapter, I think, when I started my trading course, and I wanted to do it right away. I didn't have time. My gym was closed. Government said we weren't essential, so I had to figure out a different way to pay bills. So this was the easiest and the fastest way for me to learn. So spot trading is literally just buying the assets when they're low and selling them when they're high. So many people fall into that trap when they see everybody buying Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's at a huge run, and the Google searches are all how to buy Bitcoin. Everybody wants it, but that's when it's topping out. That's not when you buy, because now all the retail investors that are new, that's when they're going to buy. And then all the whales that know, they start selling when all that euphoria just starts happening. Okay, that's the top of the bull run. So we don't want to do that. So you buy it red. And when we're day trading or just watching certain assets, because they're still going to run. So even though we're in a bear market, there's still movement, which I'll show you later in the charts, to make sure that you can buy and sell a little bit. So let's just say I buy something at $50 and then I sell it at 100. And then when it comes down again, I'm going to have 100 to buy the same asset when it was down there. So now I'll just have more. I'll have double the amount. And that hopefully makes sense to you. But another part of trading that you hear a lot are crypto degens, and I get that a lot. What's a crypto degen? You wear sometimes this hoodie that says crypto degen. All right, a crypto degen is when the market is hot. The market is dead right now, so you wouldn't want a degen right now. But especially in the bull run, a degen will get low cap alts and just trade the heck out of them. Put it that way. What's a low cap alt? Well, altcoins like Narwhal Crypto taught you are any coin that's not Bitcoin. Why is that? Because Bitcoin is still the apex asset when it comes to crypto. I know there's so many people that are either Bitcoin maxis or just hate on Bitcoin. You can't just look at the chart. It's still the number one. Everyone says ETH is going to flip it. If it flips it, it'll flip it for what? 3 months, and it'll just come back. It's just not going to happen. There's just too many players. So it's not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum they're talking about. A low cap alt is like something probably out of the top 200. So these assets are really, really, really low. They're so low that you're buying them sometimes at that was Siri talking back to me for some reason. You're buying these assets so low, sometimes they're 50 cents and they do a 100x run, but you have to be fast because it's so volatile in the crypto market that if you don't catch it or you don't set take profit orders, you might lose it and it'll come right back down and then you made no money, but you saw it green, said, oh, I'm just going to go shopping, and when I come back it might go up again and I'll pull it. And a lot of times you miss those, so you miss your take profits because you get a little bit greedy and think it's going to go up more. We're going to go through that on how to make sure you can spot trade up and down. Next segment I'm going to talk about is what to do after you take that profit. But the other thing is everyone wants to know, what are these assets? What are the ones to buy for the next bull run? Well, I have a list that I'm keeping an eye on. And El Turco, can you pull up that list? All right. Am I frozen to everybody out there? Somebody message me. I'm frozen. Yeah, I just heard I am frozen. Regardless, you can still hear me. You can see that list because I know that list is up. If you see that list, I'm going to go over that list on why I like these projects and why I think they'll do well in the next bull run. Again, when's the next bull run? We believe it's going to happen around 2024. All right. So like I said, this is accumulation time. These prices are really low. I'm not asking you to buy thousands of dollars at a time. Sometimes when I'm dollar cost averaging DCAing, I'm buying $50 that I have here. I got maybe $75 that I have and I can buy this asset. And that's it. Just going to accumulate and accumulate and accumulate slowly. All right. So I'm going to teach you guys also when you're trading and spot trading how to put stuff away for cash so you can buy dips, how much to put away in your hodl position, and then how much to put away for your spot position. Now, the other thing is everyone wants to know, when is it buying time? When do I buy? When do I buy? Now, I'm going to explain how the trading looks right now. And as I still day trade, and look at the charts just to see what's happening in the market. If you can play that video, El Turco. Maybe it's not happening. Oh, here we go. All right. And take that watch list off if you can. All right. Okay. This range is where I trade. Okay. I'm always trading in this range. But if you look, this is where we are now. It topped out way the heck up there. All right. So if you're thinking, is it the time to buy? It's pretty close to the time to buy. Look how much lower it is. It's close to 75, 80% reversal here. You know, our downtrend is way down. Look, all the way down. We traded and watched our assets fall all the way down here. All those trend lines, that was me trading this range. So I was trying to make asset all the way up in there, up and down, up and down. All right, you can take that off. Let's go back to Narwhal Crypto and see what he's doing.
All right, man. That was awesome, G. Thank you. And even if you froze, you looked good doing it. So it's all good, man. It's time for a blue collar breakdown. So when we got going here, I let you guys know that we were going to do a blue collar breakdown where I'm going to take simple crypto terms, phrases, things you need to know in cryptocurrency, but break it down without all the mumbo jumbo BS and just give it to you in the simplest form. So today I want to talk to you about bulls versus bears. Okay, so as you can see, bulls and bears are pretty popular terms. Actually, Crypto G has mentioned the bull run a couple times and a bear market. So they're terms you're going to hear all the time. You might have heard the bull run, bull market, something being bullish or bearish. So let's break it down. A bull market is simply when the market is charging upward. The market is in an upward trend. Typically, this happens when the economy is solid or stable, which is not now. Tokens surge in value. A lot of them reach their all-time highs, and it's a really prosperous time. This is time when people seem to make a lot of money. So that's the bull market. It's just when things are trending upward and it's a prosperous time. A bull run is simply the bull market. It's an interchangeable term. If someone talks about the bull run, the bull market, same thing. Now, if you hear that something is bullish or someone is bullish, that's just when something is seen with optimism in a positive light. Like if I say, well, Crypto G is really bullish on Bitcoin, he just believes in it. He has a lot of faith in Bitcoin. He backs Bitcoin. He's strong on that. Now, on the flip side of that is bearish, the bear market. So if something is considered bearish, it's seen with a negative light or in a pessimistic way. Like if I said I'm real bearish on XRP, I don't believe in XRP. I wouldn't back XRP. So bearish, bullish, they're just terms on basically the feeling of the sentiment behind that investment. A bear market is the opposite of a bull market. So it's typically when it's time to invest. The market's in a downward trend and things have an overall decrease in value. So a lot of prices will be considered bottomed out. And this isn't like on a daily basis, something dips. This is when there's a prolonged price decline. Currently, like Crypto G mentioned earlier, we're in a bear market, which isn't necessarily bad news because they say that millionaires are made in the bear market. So what you do in the bear market directly affects how far you go in the bull market, like how far you can run in a bull run. So, a lot of people right now smart investors will be buying. They'll be buying assets that they're going to hodl. It's an accumulation period. So people are starting to gather things so they can be prepared to be like mad profitable when the bull run happens. So bearish is when the market's going down, bullish is when it's going up. And if you get stuck on those terms, the easiest way to remember, how to determine which is which is it's actually based on how the animals fight, how they combat. So if you picture, Crypto G, El Turco, can we pull up this image here? So if you picture, let's say you're a matador and you're fighting a bull. Now the bull's going to come at you low and strike upward, so it's moving upward while it attacks. If you're unfortunately a hiker in the woods and you're confronted by a bear, it's probably going to be on its hind legs and coming at you with downward swipes. Like, you're never going to see a bear throw an uppercut. It's going to be coming at you from above, moving downward, and a bull is going to strike moving upward. Simple as that. I think that's it. If you guys have a grasp on that, you'll have no problem wrapping your head around bearish and bullish, or what a bear market and bull market is. All right, Crypto G, is he good? Can we go back to Crypto G?
I'm just joking. I'm moving. All right. This segment is short. I just want to finish up what I was saying about what to do. So let's just say you traded and you got $100. Now what do? Spend it? No, that's not the point of this. All right. El Turco, bring up my chart real quick. There we go. So let's say your profit there is $100. The best thing to do is divide it. So it's good to put 33% of it in your spot wallet. Your spot wallet is your ability to then trade other assets and make more of those assets. And then the other one is, El Turco, can you leave that up again? Thank you. 33% in your long-term portfolio. So that's your HODL position. So that's the position or place, like your hard wallet, which we'll get into, like Narwhal Crypto said. That's the stuff you're not going to touch. That's the generational wealth. And everyone's like, okay, so if I collect all this asset or crypto and I'm never spending it, how do I get rich? We'll talk about that too later. The most important thing is to have assets. You need to HODL that. Then the other 33% is definitely the cash flow, because when there's dips like there is now, and I feel, in my opinion, again, this is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors. This is just crypto and how it's worked for us. I think Bitcoin is going to touch down at 12,000, maybe even 10,500. That's really low. I mean, some of us can start buying whole Bitcoins at that point, because when it was at 70,000 or 69,000, there was no way we were ever thinking of buying a whole Bitcoin at that time. But that's really low. So when those things happen, you do want that cash. So you make a bit of profit and then you just keep dividing it. Put 33% of it in spot, 33% of it in long-term HODL portfolio, and then the 33% in cash. All right, that was a short one. Narwhal Crypto, you good to go? I can't wait for this one. This one's going to be crazy. I'm excited to watch this.
Actually, I'm going to keep you here.
All right. Yeah, I want to see this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's chat. So I want to talk to you and everybody else, obviously, but I was watching a video about FTX investors, and some guys that got hit really hard, people who went all in on FTX, and one of them really stood out for me. It's the all-American guy. Some people call him the GOAT. Super Bowl rings galore, and he's the poster boy for the American dream. He's married to the supermodel. I'm talking about Tom and Giselle Brady. Okay, so these two went in on they went in on FTX like mad hard. Brady, when he agreed to be a spokesman for FTX, he actually agreed to be paid in FTT, which is huge. It wasn't about the money. He believed so much in FTX that he was going to be paid in FTT. Now, turns out that since then, since he first signed on with them, they're so bullish on FTX that they sunk $650 million only 2 months ago into FTX out of their own fortune. So that's huge. I actually have a video I can just show you, if you don't mind, Turco. I want to show you guys how bullish the Bradys were on FTX.
Yeah, what?
Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, we talked about it. I got another 10 years left. Maybe 15.
Not that. This is big. What do you think? Are you in?
You know what? I'm in. Let's call everyone.
Hang on a minute. Ah, how dare you call this number? Okay, I'm in. Whatever.
Who's that?
That was my mom.
Hey, Donut, don't eat that.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm in.
I'm in. Hey, Arthur, I quit.
I'm in.
T-Bone, is it the downstairs toilet again?
Hello, Tom. Doggy coin? Sue, Mark.
Are you in? I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in. All right, this last one might be tough.
Nah, he loves you.
Probably just getting out of the dentist. This guy. First, even if you wanted to come back, we wouldn't take you.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, we would.
You're right, we would. What's up?
I'm getting into crypto. With FTX. You in?
We'll provide Inc. gives 360-degree access to the crypto market with the ability to trade everything from alts to DeFi. I believe I'm in, but still hate you.
Understood.
Take care. Best of the family.
Is he in?
Yep,
Did he say he hates you?
he did.
Even on the phone, that guy sounds handsome.
Oh God, that's bad.
Yeah. So what I want to know, and I mean, this is a bit of Hollywood gossip, but do you think that maybe, perhaps, we can at least entertain the idea that investing close to $1 billion in a company that quickly went under has something to do with their marriage quickly falling apart? What do you think?
Yeah, I know my fiance
reaching?
thinks so.
You think so? You think she'd be rattled
I think
if you?
so,
if
man. Oh my gosh, hit that like if you think that had to do with that marriage, and hit that like if you think that's why he still needs to keep playing football. Gosh. Oh man, how many likes are on there? Actually, how many subs did we get? El Turco, if you see more than 26 subs, because I know we're just starting, you know what to do.
Oh yes.
All right, Narwhal, I'll check you later, bro.
All right, sounds
think,
good, man.
man?
We all know what that is. That means it's time for a whale watch. So, this is when we feature one of the whales in crypto, and we just spotlight them and tell you a bit of insight about that whale. So, how possible to have everything that happened in crypto this week and have a whale watch without talking about CZ? So, he's our feature this week. Now, can we pull up CZ? Take a look at who this man is. Can we do that, Turco, or no? Okay, well, I'll tell you about him, and if you can put that image on the screen, that would be cool too. CZ was born Changpeng Zhao in China, and as a child, his family migrated to, of all places, Canada. So we can lay claim to fame, claim to CZ in a little way as a Chinese Canadian. So CZ moved here as a child, and then as a teenager, he worked many jobs simultaneously to support his family. You know, a newly landed family trying to make ends meet, and they're blue collar, which is really awesome. So he worked many jobs. This guy did dishes in a restaurant. He worked in a variety store. He pumped gas, and he flipped burgers at McDonald's. So he was a hustler from the beginning. Then from there, after high school, he actually went to McGill University on a scholarship, computer programming, computer engineering, and he had obviously a nice successful run in high school. He did really well, and he was offered an internship after high school. So he moved to Tokyo. He started his internship, and from there he did really well. He bought a home, and he worked for Bloomberg for 4 years, making futures trading software. This led up to 2017, when CZ decided to sell his home, sell all of his assets, and go all in, starting his own business with a little company called Binance, which obviously was a pretty good move because now they're the biggest crypto trading platform on the planet, and CZ has vaulted himself into the upper echelon of there he is right there, here's the man, of finances, and he's one of the 10 richest humans in the world with an estimated value of over $100 billion. So not too shabby. I want to show you a little video, and it's some insight on what you should do getting into the market as a crypto investor. So this is words coming right from CZ himself. Can we pull that up, Turco?
So I would say a few things. I would say getting very incremental way. So don't put all your savings into crypto right away. That's dangerous on a number of fronts. There's price volatility, there's security risk. You need to learn how to use wallets. You need to learn how to use exchanges. If you don't use your exchanges properly, if your computer gets a virus and the hackers on your computer all the time, then you're going to lose your money. So start with a small amount of money. Say $100, $1,000. Buy some crypto, buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, buy some BNB. Transfer it. Understand how it works. Understand the benefits of it. Have a wallet. Understand how to back it up. Once you're comfortable with it, once you understand it and you still like it, then increase your investments gradually, step by step. There are a lot of security protocols to follow to secure your own cryptocurrencies. Even if you use an exchange, you have to do that. So you learn it over time. Don't go crazy, and understand your risk appetite. Start with something that if you lose it completely, you're okay with it. As you get more and more confident, more and more comfortable, you can increase that. But last message though is do try it. If you don't try this today, it's a huge risk not to try it. This is a new technology. This is the future. If you don't try it, you risk getting left behind in the old world. So not trying it is a huge risk as well. So trying small increments, that is usually my suggestion.
So there you go, guys. From the notorious CZ himself, not trying it is a huge risk itself. So you're not just getting crypto insight from Narwhal and Crypto G, you're now getting it from CZ himself. All right, guys, speaking of Crypto G, we're going to swing back and see what Gary's up to.
Yo, I'm not frozen, thank God. All right. Just as my last segment of the day, I wanted to talk about safety. Now that we're all talking about these platforms going down and assets being lost, and people talk about there's a famous saying that a lot of people like to say, and it's not your keys, not your crypto, or not your keys, not your coins. But basically what that means is if you don't have it stored on a hard wallet or somewhere that no one else has access to, then other people can get to it. So yes, we're decentralized. The transactions are decentralized. But if you're using a platform, the platform still has the ability to pause your withdrawals, to just say they're under maintenance. Well, you didn't transfer it over, so those things can happen. So I know it's been a crazy week. I know it's been a lot of info on the big FTX and Binance, and you hear Narwhal. It's just been a really, really, really intense week. But safety, like I said, is a big deal. So where are the best places to store your assets? I think you guys know of the show Shark Tank, or most of you. I don't know if most of you know, but Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, is very bullish on crypto. He also actually lost his own investment in FTX, but those things happen. And this interview on Crypto Banter just happened actually this week. And he talks about the safest place to store your assets. El Turco, let's run that video.
So just to be clear, you're a Canadian, right? And these assets are currently in the United States, and you're going to be moving these assets out of the United States into Canada.
Yeah, well, let me disclose. Let me be completely transparent. I'm an Irish citizen. I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm an Emirati citizen. I also have all kinds of assets and investments in the U.S. where I'm an investor and I pay tax. I can put these assets anywhere I want. I can choose any jurisdiction I want. I have access to the EU through my Irish passport. Obviously, I could put them in Dubai if I wish. The most advanced regulatory environment right now that I can find, the very first license ever granted worldwide, was to BitBuy. That is a broker-dealer attached to a crypto exchange in Canada. In my opinion, that is the safest place on earth to put assets. So I can also see that it's also regulated as a public company. It's listed in Canada as WonderFi. You're going to see billions of dollars leave unregulated exchanges looking for somewhere in the world where they can be put safely. And that right now is Canada. That's where my assets are.
All right. Now you see, safest place, Canada. So if you're listening to this channel, you know, we're going to help you with that. You're on Blue Collar Crypto. So we're going to help you from the very beginning. And that's great to know that our country was one of the first, actually it was even before the US, to get an ETF for Bitcoin. You know, and I believe we were before the States to get an ETF for Ethereum. And that's to sell and buy and trade those assets in our country. And now we're hearing from Kevin O'Leary himself that the safest place is in Ontario, Canada, that you can store your assets on their program. So I think that's great. I'm out. I think Narwhal Crypto is going to close out the show, but it was nice to see you guys. We have a bunch of videos that we did, like tutorials that we're going to have put up when we didn't have internet going to go live. So we did a couple tutorials that we'll definitely get out to you as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Narwhal Crypto, take us home.
Thanks, G. So I just want to detour from crypto for a second. Because I have this opportunity, I'm going to use it. And every once in a while, maybe every time we go live, maybe not, but I'm going to shout someone out. Just someone who deserves, you know, a little shout out, a little extra. And that could be a loved one. It could be friend, family, someone in the community. It could be one of you guys watching right now. But the person I'm shouting out today is my little man, Jonah. Jonah's my youngest spawn. He's being shouted out today because back in October, he had a gruesome sports injury where he broke his arm, and it was ugly. It was one of those ones where like it bent this way, and it was just gross. Like you didn't have to wonder if it was broken, it was broken. So Jonah was put in a cast, and that, you know, wasn't healing ideally. So the cast was removed. He had surgery, recasted with one that came up past his elbow, so limit his mobility. And it sucked because up to that point, Jonah was at Elite Fighting Academy training, you know, Taekwondo 5 days a week. During that period, he missed a tournament that he was really looking forward to. He trick-or-treated with one arm. So I just want to say, Jonah, you're the man. I'm so happy to see his cast was just taken off, which is awesome. But you really pushed hard. You kept your chin up. You did what you had to do, and, you know, it all paid off. So you did really well. Keep up the good work. I love you. And actually, really keep up the good work, because maybe I'll shout you out here another time for something completely different. But just want to say that, man, you did a great job. I love you. So back to the show. Like I said earlier, we have a lot coming up. We have guest speaker lined up. That's coming soon. We have our first giveaway, which is going to be really exciting, and just a lot more in store. We have things planned out, and to get all of that, like Crypto G said, just make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow, and share. Just follow us. We're on all platforms across the board. We have all our bases covered. So stick with us. All right, guys? Until our paths cross again, Blue Collar Crypto. Peace.